but still, there's a lot of times where I'll sidestep it and get you'd also get hit by it.
Yeah.
So big thing for me was like, okay, let me just backdash because I don't want to get hit by any running twos. I'm just gonna block them.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get back into the match.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Taurus on the.
Taurus playing Geese here on the left, I believe.
Okay.
And that is JJ Kaze. Is his name. This is JJ Kaze, very famous for commentary. He's a very kind of big commentary figure. Did a lot of stuff in Northwest Majors. He's I didn't know that he played Paul. I guess I've never really seen him play Tekken. I've just seen him commentate, you know. JJ Kaze is what I think that's what he goes by. Yeah, let's just go for Kaze. I don't care about
that. That's fine.
All right.
I'm sure.
So first round from Taurus. So what do you think about Taurus's Geese? This is a new development.
I'm glad that he's playing Geese. It makes sense to me that he's playing Geese because Geese is just Brian with fireballs.
Really?
Yeah, I really feel like Geese is basically just Brian with fireballs.
They have a lot of. Like
they have like a very similar play style where they have like a lot of good mid-range moves. They got lots of counter hit splats. Yeah, that was a very good break.
Oh, okay.
Oh, breaks on both sides. But yeah, they both have like some dirty mix-ups. They both got a similar low that launches on counter hit.
Right.
Well, at least in Geese's case, it launches on counter hit. It used to for Brian, not anymore though.
Oh, you're talking about a hatchet kick?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I see.
Yeah, back in the day, that used to launch on counter hit.
That was such a good sidestep.
Yeah, that was a great sidestep. Taurus is fucking playing right now.
Taurus is like one of the best. He's such a good player in Seattle, and I can't wait to see him in like 2 or 3 years.
I know.
When he has like too much experience. When he has like Johnny's level of experience with Taurus's level of execution, that would be unbeatable.
Oh, slapped in the
face.
That's one for Taurus.
I like your Geese's Brian analogy, but the thing so when I sat down and lab Geese, right, like when I looked at him, I was really surprised at how much good fundamental stuff he has, right?
Yeah.
Because his down forward 1 is -1 13 frame startup, right? He has a, you know, his lows they're kind of limited, but his sidestep 3 is good because it's plus on hit and pretty evasive. You know, his down forward 2 is very safe, like homing, and I think you can play, I was talking to EBM about Geese. And EBM thinks Geese is so good at playing like a really solid fundamental Tekken game, right? Like if you learn to sidestep, if you know when to jab, if you know when to poke, if you know when to backdash, like, you know, move out of stuff.
Yeah.
But then he gets the meter. And then it's like
it's
nuts.
Over.
It's like he's a different character completely.
Yeah.
Because you have a plus on block 14 frame mid launcher.
Yeah, and Akuma is like the same way too, where it's just like now all of his lows are now launchers, and you have to be wary about that.
Yes, exactly.
Kaze switched to Xiaoyu. We'll see how the AOP stance goes for him. Trying to get a cheap win. I see you.
Hey, you know that. Back when I was just picking up Lars, so I used to play Eddie before I played Lars.
I remember that.
And when I was kind of making that switch, like in that kind of awkward transition phase, there were a couple tournaments where I would, like, first round I played Lars, and I just got bopped, right? I got like rocked, and I was like, let me just try, and I'd switch to Eddie, and instantly I just got easy W's because no one knew Eddie, right? So it's like
that matchup knowledge.
Yeah, it worked.
Especially when this game first
came out. That was a mid. Did you see that? She got under that.
Oh
he did the jumping over a palm, and she just swooped right under. Oh my god.
Those tiny hitboxes.
Yeah, exactly. Great whip punish from Taurus. Alright. I mean, oh, look at this.
Nice kick.
Yep. Ooh, big launch. Taurus is just such a solid player. You can tell in the way he moves, in the way, in his decision making, you know, it's solid all the way through. And I feel like it's really rare that you see Taurus on a bad day.
Yeah.
He only really has good days and then like pretty good days, right? Where it's like it's good days and then amazing days.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And I feel like that consistency is what you need to be a good tournament player. And he's definitely got that consistent gene in him, right?
Yeah. Doing Brian mirrors with him is my favorite thing.
I can imagine, yeah. It must
it's
be
just
fun.
Party time.
Party time? I mean that's
like when two Brians are on the same wavelength, they're just doing shit. Every time that we both start with instant full crouch down forward 4 and we just both smack each other, it's the best.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, flipping on him. Oh,
nice
whiff.
block.
That was a
no
great
punish
block
though.
What is Xiaoyu, if I recall correctly, so she has a really good 14 or 11 frame wall standing punisher. Her 11 frame is like the best in the game, but her if she wants to launch a low, she has to do like this weird charge up thing, right?
Yeah, it's like
she doesn't have a 15 frame.
Yeah, it's like 17 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's very odd. So maybe he just, you know, it's this sort of thing where if you're not a Xiaoyu main, it would feel a little awkward to do that, right? So that's probably what happened there.
Yeah.
Okay. Poking with the 1-1. I also think that's a really good tool for Geese is 1-1-2. It's not as good as Mishima 1-1-2, but the fact that you can throw out those 2 jabs and hit confirm into more damage, it's really nice.
Yeah,
especially when you combine it with good movement. That was really nice to keep the wall position.
Nice
You see our step left.
Yeah. Wow, this combo.
Oh my God, Taurus is on fire right now.
Yo, there's been like so many more Geese players, and they've all got sick combos, and I'm like, I'm gonna learn this character now.
Geese is he's real good. I mean, I think in the way that like, I think it's really cool to see Geese has like Akuma. Yeah, I think he's like viable in tournament. You have people like Super Akuma use him, right? But Akuma was kind of like he came out and then. He was kind of like all over the place. People didn't know if he was broken or if he was awful.
Yeah.
And now no one really plays him, but Geese has like kind of steadily crept into that tournament scene.
Yeah, it's honestly, with those 2 characters, it's kind of like the inverse. It's like Akuma was godlike at the start, and then over time, people learn the matchup.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
huge for Taurus.